I'm Katie.
And I'm Emily.
We're two long-distance best friends with a passion for learning about all the things that make everyday life interesting.
With my PhD in geography
and my master's in library science,
doing deep dives on topics is our idea of a fun time together. We'll share our findings with you on
Researching the Obvious.
Hello, 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 hello.
Coming to you from the beautiful state of Ohio.
Yes, this is a very special episode because Katie and I are actually in the same room together.
Yep, we're actually using the same microphone and we're spending the whole weekend together.
Yep.
So naturally, one of the activities this weekend had to be a water taste test.
Right, because ever since the water episode, we've been getting a lot of fan discussion, to be honest. People talking to us about the water episode, telling us their
favorites.
Yep, and least favorites. We've had some pretty strong Aquafina opinions that have come out. And so now, of course, we figured, well, we're together for the weekend and we'll do this water taste test. Also, though, shout out to both of our partners who are also just here
chilling
in
listening.
This Airbnb. And also we'll be setting up the blind taste test for us.
That's right. Water. Because let's talk about how we're going to do this taste test. So first of all, Emily traveled from Maryland and I traveled from Indiana, and that's why we're in Ohio, because it's in the middle. So we each brought a selection of bottled waters from our local grocery stores or gas station or wherever we found it, right? Mm-hmm. And so we each brought a variety of mostly spring waters, but there's also some purified waters, and there is a Dasani.
Yes. The Dasani is going to be the secret wild card that we're not going to know. You know, one sip, it's going to give it away, right?
Yes.
Obviously. But
So we're going to set up a blind taste test and then give our impressions of the taste. What taste we like the best.
Yeah. So the idea really is to just get a sense of flavor profiles. So we're not trying to guess which waters we're tasting. It's really about understanding which flavor profiles we like. So I think let's go through the waters that we brought.
Okay, let's start with Dasani since it's the least interesting.
It's the most contentious of the options.
For me, clearly. Okay, so small note, the bottles are no longer blue. They're actually clear with a blue label. And I'm pretty sure they used to be like actual blue plastic. That's not a criticism, it's just an observation. And Dasani is just, the label says purified water enhanced with minerals for a pure, fresh taste. Also produced in America. So if that's, if you're worried about, I don't know.
Important for you.
Yes, when you're purchasing a Dasani.
So that's Dasani. Okay. We also purchased, let's go through, we each got another purified water version just to kind of see what the hullabaloo is about some of these purification processes. So I'll go through the purified water option that I purchased, which I got from my local Wegmans. Shout out Wegmans. So the one I bought is called Penta, Penta, and it says
Purity Perfected.
Yes. Purity Perfected.
That's quite the alliteration there. Penta, Purity Perfected.
Yeah. It is labeled as an ultra purified water with oxygen.
Ooh.
Not quite sure what that means because it's definitely not like a sparkling water.
Doesn't all H2O have oxygen?
I'm not quite. And then on the back, it has lots of things. It says patented purification process. So again, with the alliteration here.
Yes.
It says it's a 13-step, 11-hour.
Oh, boy.
Patented purification process.
They really purified that water.
Mm-hmm. It also says it's not what we put in, it's what we take out.
Oh, the implication.
Mm-hmm. All market-leading water today contains various levels of salts, heavy metals, organic compounds, and chemicals used to purify the water. We measure these ingredients by scale of TDS, or total dissolved solids. Penta is the lowest TDS water, making it perfectly pure because we believe that transparency matters. It says less than 1 TDS, ultra hydrating, oxygenated, no pH additives, BPA/BPS free, no sodium, no chloride, no chlorine, no fluoride, no chromium, no arsenic.
Chromium-6, that's like straight out of Aaron Brockovich.
All right, well, no chromium-6, no arsenic, no MTBE, and no pharmaceuticals. So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
expecting this water to taste like nothing.
Yeah.
Because apparently every single possible thing has been removed from it.
Yep. There will be the
that's
sensation of liquid on your palate, and that is it.
Yeah. I also want to point out we're drinking these tepid. So
yeah. Yes, I agree to that for this particular experiment. Okay. So my other purified water is called Life Water. Water is spelled WTR because taking vowels out of words is much
hip.
Edgier. Yes. Okay. All right. So it says whole body hydration, perfectly balanced pH, purified water, electrolytes for taste. So Life Water seems like it's a little bit less intense than the Pinta because it's only a 7-step enhanced filtration process.
Mm-hmm.
Electrolytes for pure taste, perfectly balanced pH. They're really on the pH thing.
Mm-hmm.
Life Water. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then their little marketing spiel is Life Water, no vowels, is the evolution of water, perfected to help you thrive. Just like a plant soaks up water, Life Water hydrates your whole body the way nature intended. Mm-hmm. The way nature intended, purified and altered.
Yes, to hydrate your body with the perfectly balanced pH.
Okay. Our 7-step enhanced filtration process removes impurities to create pristine water. We then add a balanced blend of electrolytes for a pure taste, so your body can easily drink in the refreshing hydration and thrive. Okay, so they're really all about the benefit of how you're going to be a super, super healthy person if you drink this water, whereas Pinta, I feel like, is very much about these
no additives.
Yeah, total dissolved solids. Like no mention of that on the Life Water bottle.
The Life Water, so it says perfectly balanced pH. Does it say what the pH
It does
is?
not.
Okay. I want to point that out because some of these spring waters do mention the pH. So purified water, we don't have any sense of that sort of situation.
Or they're not letting us know about it. I mean, they're just saying it's perfectly balanced. Trust us.
Yes. All right. So now we'll move on to some of the spring waters that I got. I'll start with the local Maryland variety of Deer Park. Mm-hmm. So first I want to point out that the bottle size of this Deer Park bottle is 101.4 fluid ounces. It is a 3-liter bottle. Yeah, and honestly, gigantic. The reason, it's very huge. And the reason why I bought it is because it was $1.99 to get this huge bottle.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's like a good value for spring water, especially.
Yes. So Deer Park, it's a very basic label. It
has a deer.
It has a deer on a sunset on a grassy plain.
Yes.
Which, considering it's from Maryland, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's Pennsylvania they're trying to depict here. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to depict in
just
this
the
image.
Deer.
Just the deer and the sunset. Yeah, but it's a very basic label. It just says established 1873, 100% natural spring water. It does say the scene is for illustrative purposes only.
It's not.
So, in case we're concerned about that. And then all it says is proudly sourced from Frontier Springs, and it lists the locations of the springs that they use. So New Tripoli, Pennsylvania, Bangor, Pennsylvania, Forester Township, Pennsylvania, Higgins, Pennsylvania, South Coventry, Pennsylvania, Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, Newmanstown, Pennsylvania, Oakland, Maryland, Bloomsbury, New Jersey, and or
so definitely mid-Atlantic,
Woolensdorf, Pennsylvania,
mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, so mostly Pennsylvania, one in Maryland, and one in New Jersey, and that's all it says.
Yep,
that's it.
Okay,
basic.
So then the counterpart to this would be my Ice Mountain that I get in the Midwest, and so Ice Mountain obviously has a mountain. Actually, a lot of these bottles kind of have mountains, so we talked about that before. But anyway, so Ice Mountain. Blue label. It looks like they're really emphasizing that they use recycled plastic now to probably encourage people to still buy plastic. And then, all it says, it doesn't say anything about taste. It just says 100% natural spring water and proudly sourced in Michigan. And they have 3 springs in Michigan. And that's it.
Where are the springs located in Michigan?
Sanctuary Springs, Rodney, Everett Springs, Everett, and or White Pine Springs, Everett.
Oh, so mostly in Everett.
Yep. So, now I will say, too, that because Ice Mountain has a pretty big footprint. There are some bottles that are not necessarily sourced from the same spring. So there's one that was sourced in a spring in Spencer, Indiana. So they have multiple springs in different states, and depending on where you're buying the Ice Mountain, probably will determine what springs.
Okay,
you're
so
getting.
check your Ice Mountain label.
Yeah,
and you
to see
might
if
get a
it's-
different spring.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay. So I went a little bougie to give us like a bougie flavor, and I bought us also a bottle of Evian because I don't know, The Parent Trap is the movie of my youth. And so I got this Evian bottle. It also features mountains on it. It says natural spring water made by the French Alps.
It was made the Alps.
The Alps made this water, I guess. So this one lists, it's actually kind of interesting. It lists the mineral composition specifically on the back. So it says that it's in milligrams per liter. Is that what that means? Okay. Yep. Mg/L. So mineral composition, milligrams per liter. Calcium is 80. Magnesium is 26. Potassium 1. Silica 15. Bicarbonates 360. Sulfates 14. Chlorides 10. And neutrally balanced pH of 7.2. So it does list the pH version. It says dissolved solids at 180 degrees Celsius, 345 parts per million. Evian has naturally occurring electrolytes contributing to the taste nature intended. Nature intended. Versus, the Penta or the Life Water, which is supposed to be the most natural way to hydrate you with nothing in it. And this one, though, has all of these total dissolved solids.
Yes.
that nature intended.
And then additionally, they like to call out natural electrolytes. We didn't add them. They're natural.
Yeah, it says we don't add things for taste or enhance with extras. Our ingredients only come from nature. Snow from the French Alps, natural electrolytes, and minerals. Yep. So they're very much like, look, it has all this stuff, but that's because it's natural from nature versus other purified waters being natural because it's water. I don't know.
And because they removed everything.
And they took everything
so
out.
It's more pure.
Right.
It's more pure. But this is pure nature.
Right.
But the purified water is pure.
So that's the Evian. Yeah. That's the Evian.
It's very difficult to tell which marketing cult you should follow.
Yeah.
they kind of have similar messages, to be honest, and they're selling completely opposite things. So
yeah, it is interesting.
Okay. So I also happened to find Frederick's brand artesian water. And this is the Meyer. If you live in the Midwest, you're probably familiar with Meyer, which is based in Michigan. So Frederick's is like the schmancy store brand for Meyer. They have like this nice black, sleek label. I think it's meant to look a little bit like...
It's very Art Deco.
Yeah.
This label.
Yes. I think that's why I actually started buying it, is I really do like their labels.
I mean, it's nice. The aesthetic has got a Gatsby feel to it.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't even realize that, but you're right. Okay. So anyway, the label points out Midwest made, contains natural electrolytes, and naturally balanced pH of 7.6. It also calls out that it is sourced in Michigan. So
a little higher pH than the Evian with 7.2.
Yep. Okay. And then the only other thing that it says, the ingredients are water, in case you missed that. And then bottled at the source by Crystal Falls Springs Incorporated for Crystal Falls, Michigan, 49920. So this is interesting too, because they say specifically bottled at the source. So that makes me think that they might have an actual facility located at the spring.
At the spring, yeah.
I'll have to look into that. But so anyway, I thought it was kind of cool that a store brand was specifically selling spring water, and also they're clearly kind of marketing based on the fact that it's from Michigan. So
yeah, I also want to point out that this water says Midwest made on it. So, we're supposed to be really excited about that, just as Evian, we're supposed to be excited about coming from the French Alps. The Alps. So Midwest made equally as good of water as the French Alps.
Yep, that sounds about right.
All right. The next one I'm going to talk about, I honestly don't even know how to pronounce it.
Waiakia.
Yeah. Waiakia is in definitely a blue bottle. It's like a light blue plastic, and it doesn't feature.
It does.
It has a mini mountain on the bottom, but the bottle itself also has little
mountain crags
like in the plastic.
Yeah.
Waiakia, it's a Hawaiian volcanic water.
Volcanoes.
Yeah, naturally alkaline with electrolytes.
Okay.
Deep well water. That's what it says. It also says that it's the world's first ocean plast bottle. They have a whole thing about how the bottle, for every bottle purchased, we collect up to 5 bottles from the ocean.
Okay.
And
so
the
by
bottles
buying
made
the plastic, you're also doing your job cleaning up the plastic. That's their spiel.
It's this ocean cleanup plastic bottle, recycled plastic bottle.
So you don't have to feel guilty about purchasing this plastic bottle.
Right. It has a whole thing on the back about living sustainably and contributing to the circular economy. This bottle being made from 100% post-consumer recycled material. So, keeping things in circulation that are already in circulation versus creating new plastic. There's a lot on here about the recycled bottles. And then on the back it says premium by nature. Waiakia volcanic water originates in Hawaii as both snowmelt and rain on the pristine summit of the active Mauna Loa volcano, one of the purest environments on Earth. As a geographer, I have feelings. But we won't get into that. But I thought this one was interesting because it specifically is being filtered through a volcanic rock. So that would theoretically give it a bit of a different taste.
Well, and it's made it alkaline, clearly. So.
Yeah, right. It doesn't list like what any of the pHs or any of the other sorts of
like the specifics on that.
Yeah,
or what it's supposed to taste like.
No, just that it's from a pure environment of the Mauna Loa volcano.
Yeah, nothing about how it benefits you either. Just more the pure,
and a lot about the sustainability. Live ethically, live sustainably, live healthy.
So they're really selling you a lifestyle.
Oh, wait.
What?
There is the typical analysis.
Oh, okay. So
in very, very tiny print that
really,
I almost didn't see. It says typical analysis, naturally alkaline pH. It gives a range, 7.6 to 8.2.
Okay.
Total dissolved solids. Oh, it's mentioning the TDS. This one has a total dissolved solids of 82 milligrams per liter, whereas the Penta's got 0.
The lack is what you want.
Exactly. This bicarbonate alkalinity. What?
Alkalinity.
We have a chemist over here helping.
Thank you, Richard.
Alkalinity. That's 44 milligrams per liter. Silica, 35 milligrams per liter. Sodium, 6.8 milligrams per liter. Calcium, 6.6 milligrams per liter. Magnesium, 3.5. And potassium, 1.9.
Okay.
So.
All right. So then my next one I stumbled across at Trader Joe's while buying snackies. And I went down their water aisle and they have a 1.5 liter bottle. And I decided to buy it even though we already clearly had enough water. I decided to buy it because it was only 89 cents.
Yeah.
So that's a Trader Joe's deal right there. So Trader Joe's, it just says natural mountain spring water. It is a blue label with a little bit of red, which makes sense for Trader Joe's.
Or it has a little map on the background. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that's what that was. But you're right. Okay.
I don't know what it's a map of necessarily, but
yeah, I don't know either.
Generic map.
And then, there's really very little on this label. It just says distributed and sold exclusively by Trader Joe's, Monrovia, California, bottled at the Spring Source in Benton, Tennessee. Before opening, make sure cap safety ring is unbroken. Do not refill. That's
cool.
That's what Trader Joe's offers you. So,
all right.
Kind of interesting. Nothing about the taste, just that it's natural mountain spring water from Benton, Tennessee. Which makes me think that there's that limestone filtered water that is like so famous in whiskey country.
We'll see.
Yeah, so
maybe
I wonder.
It'll be really nice and delicious.
Very interested to see what our preferences are. Okay.
Right.
Last one.
So our last bottle, I've had it before.
You have? Oh yes,
Spoiler,
that's right.
because
So
I went to Iceland once with my partner. So
I picked up Icelandic glacial natural spring water from Iceland, and this one is definitely the most aggressively mountain-esque. But it's supposed to be a glacier, I'm sure, but like it gives the feel of mountain.
it looks like the Astro Crag.
Yeah, it does. Right. It does. Like the bottle is shaped such that the top is like the Astro Crag. If you know, you know. So,
90s, what?
Yeah. So one of the reasons I picked this one up was because I saw that they call out the pH of 8.4.
Oh, that's high.
Pretty
that's the highest pH that we have here.
Yeah, it's not only high, but like it's on the front of the label in red. So it sticks out. That's clearly part of what they want to draw attention to. Then let's see. Natural spring water. So this is the side label. Icelandic glacial. Over 5,000 years ago, long before the first humans reached remote Iceland. Ooh, we're weaving a whole story here.
I love the stories. This is what the Fiji bottles do too, which we didn't buy a Fiji because we're already Fiji snobs. But
yes. Okay, we already know we like that one.
Yeah.
A massive volcanic eruption created a unique underground spring, complete with its own natural filtration system, pristine lava rock. Now known as the Olfus Spring, this is the origin of Icelandic glacial TM. The natural spring water, which is the source of an epic life. Epic. Okay, so this is also like a little bit of our water is going to make you a better person. Mm. Carbon neutral product, naturally occurring pH 8.4 at the source. So I wonder if that means that when it's bottled, it might not be exactly 8.4.
Mm.
And then it just says bottled at the source, Olfus Spring, Iceland.
So honestly, a wide variety of different source springs that we're going to be sampling here, but also a wide variety of discussion on the labels of what is actually in the water. I think that Evian had the most information
about the actual
like what was in the water. The Wakia actually in very tiny print that I almost missed.
Yeah, they're not calling it out for you,
but it had a pretty good list. But then otherwise, not much to tell us except for these purified waters, which did go into significant detail about their process that was removing everything
and how that makes them superior. Okay, we're ready for the blind taste test.
Yeah. All right. So the plan here is that our partners, since we have so many waters to try, we decided we'd break it up into 2 groups of 5 to make it a little bit easier. So they're going to put it into cups that are labeled with different letters, and we won't know which ones they're doing, but we're going to have at least 1 purified water in each group of 5 to go against the spring waters. And then of course Dasani is going to be the wild card we won't know where it's coming from. And we're basically like trying for taste here. Oh yeah, we can leave the room. Let's do that. It's a little cabin Airbnb, so
are you sharing cups or are you doing your own?
Do you want your own?
Here,
let's do it. Let's do our own. Let's do our own.
Yeah.
Okay. Set up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, yay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Get the answer.
I just saved.
Hide the answer key.
Where's my notepad?
Oh, it's in the bedroom.
Yeah, we have to write down our notes. It's like our case file, but for water tasting.
You guys are taking notes?
Maybe.
Taking this shit seriously.
Serious. All right. Okay, are these like labeled or like?
Yes.
Yeah, they're labeled.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So this is Katie's and this is yours.
Okay. So we'll start out with letter A here.
Tasting notes for water.
Yes.
That's interesting.
We're gonna be water sommeliers.
Yes, for just an hour.
All right. Cup A.
All right, cup. Where's the label? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Here, wait.
Oh, that's interesting because it kind of has like a aftertaste.
They're literally laughing at us.
Is it like
this is great.
is it a twang to it? Like maybe it's the pH of it, but something is making it taste a little bit weird.
Wet.
Yeah, I agree. I think it kind of has an absence of any real flavor, but there's an aftertaste. I'm getting an aftertaste.
A little salty. Maybe in the aftertaste. Yeah, I said wet.
Okay. And then I said it has a weird aftertaste, but otherwise, like, nothing else jumps out.
Yeah, we're drinking these out of just classic Dixie paper cups, but
Yes.
actually they're Wegmans brand cups because
Of course they are.
Wegmans. B.
All right.
Oh, whoa, that tastes a lot different.
Ooh, that's like,
That tastes a lot different.
it almost tastes dry
Yeah,
in
that-
my mouth. Like, I think there's more minerals in this. Yeah, that makes actually the first one taste like literally nothing.
Yeah. This one has like a little more dirt.
That's
Like,
it's
yeah,
mineral-y,
it's definitely
I think.
like, yeah, it definitely tastes a little more like soily or like, I don't know.
More dirt. Mineral-y. Because it kind of,
Dry.
Well, yeah, it kind of like-
it dried.
I want to list that in.
yes.
No, yeah, it's almost like it's almost like dry red wine where it, like
Yes,
it
in
has
the
like the
back of
tannins
your-
that like clears out your tongue or
Yes,
something.
in the back of
Mhm.
your mouth, it kind of like gives that feeling of a little dryness, which is weird when you're drinking water, but it happens.
I'm like swishing it around to like, I don't know.
Yeah, this one tastes like not much to me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's refreshing.
Mm-hmm. It would be better cold.
No, this one
Yeah.
for sure.
But it tastes like, I don't know, there's nothing,
There's nothing distinct that like stands out.
it does taste pretty like clean though. Like there's no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, clean. Nothing stands out. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. When I go back to A, I'm like, the more I go back to A, the more I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, D. We're on D here.
Did we just smack our mouths together?
Yeah.
This one is
I don't like it. It tastes salty.
salty. I don't know. This one again is just like,
I don't like it. I don't know.
yeah, I think the more I drink it, the more
I don't like it. I like, so far, I think I'm liking
You guys should
C.
have been ranking these as you.
Actually, that one's leaving like a
I don't
bad
like that
taste
one.
in my
No,
mouth.
I
too.
legitimately don't like that one.
Yeah.
That
No.
like D, I don't like it. I don't know what.
Do not like. Okay.
Yeah, it's like my least favorite.
All right.
Whatever that one is.
Last one.
Last one.
I like this one.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. It's like bright. I don't know why that word popped into my head, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it has a nice clean taste and it's like
But it's like
refreshing.
it has a flavor. Like it doesn't like
You think so?
like yeah. Like I would argue that C to me has like no flavor.
No flavor.
Like C to me is like water. And then this one
They're all.
okay.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I like that one. E.
I think it tastes good.
It's also like, what are you looking for in a water?
Well,
I
right.
Want it to be like nothing? I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why
I don't
we
know.
wanted to do the blind because it's like what flavor would I like to
This is
have?
fun. All right, so you gotta choose the winner, right? Yes. What if you
No,
like?
you're gonna. Oops.
Oh, you just spilled it.
I spilled.
Katie spilled the drink, guys. We all know what that means.
I've only had water. I
Wow.
swear.
That's foul.
My God.
We all know this story.
You got it.
It's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
You got it.
Thank you. He's used to cleaning up my messes.
True. All right. What do you think?
I think
Yeah, should we like rank them? Do you think?
I'm just gonna pick my favorite.
Okay.
To go to the
Yeah.
next round. I think that's
Yeah,
Okay.
we get. I mean, it's
Okay.
all of water's
Mm,
personal
That's true.
preference,
That's
right?
true.
So
Okay, which
so the B has a I don't like the taste of B.
yeah,
gotcha.
B I feel like has like a little. It's like a little dirt flavor. I will be honest. I mean, maybe someone likes that, but
I think E is my
I
favorite.
don't like A.
Is that your favorite then? Yeah.
I think so.
I also like E.
Okay.
I like.
Because none of the other ones had anything that stood out to me. Like they were fine. I actively did not like B.
Yeah,
I think
B was,
You should also highlight the one you like the least.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
that.
and I
Okay.
didn't like A.
We should do that too.
I think D was my least favorite.
Okay, make note of that.
I think
Yep.
B was my least favorite.
Yeah, I mean it's a close call because B was pretty terrible too. I don't know. I just didn't care for the.
Yeah, I don't like B.
Yeah.
I don't like
Okay,
B.
so that's your least.
When I keep
favorite.
going back to B, I'm like, no, I don't like that one.
Okay,
I don't want to drink it.
all right. But E, is that your?
I liked E a lot.
Okay, so we agreed actually. That's
So E's the best.
Yeah.
But you didn't agree on the least favorite.
right.
All right, we gotta suck
Here,
them down.
pour this B out.
Yeah, we should probably. Yeah, should we rinse out the cups of
Oh,
water?
Yeah, the B.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm just
I-
saying it's-
As long as they're empty.
I do not like that B. That B one.
All right, you good?
E is nice though.
You know
Ooh,
what, though?
I really like
Put this outside later.
E's gonna be
Yeah,
the
we'll
same.
find-
Do we
Yeah,
need-
it's funny.
Yeah.
They almost agreed that he was the worst.
I
The
know.
one they always show. I was hoping they would love it, and then
I know.
make fun of them.
Well, they originally were like, oh, it's not, maybe it's not that. And then, like, they compared it to everything else. Like, nope.
Let's do.
We might have to do, like, one final taste. I don't know if they want to do that.
Is that one that- oh, this is the one that's filtered. That's.
It's like, well,
I wanna-
it's like volcano.
It's gonna be pure. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they say about this.
All right, so we're back for round 2 here. The next 5 waters.
Okay.
And remember, there's at least one purified water in each
That's right.
of these rounds, and the Dasani, who knows? Who knows?
Yep.
We might have already drank it. Maybe it was the
Ooh.
one we hated.
Oh my god, maybe it was the one I liked.
That's the thing. You never know. All right.
Okay.
A in this next round. It's a very full cup.
Yeah, it's a lot of water. That's okay. It's the last round. Oh, that tastes like liquid.
I kind of like that one.
Really? I don't think it has any taste though. No, I don't like.
No. I don't know.
That
It's
one
not
to
bad.
me has like no taste. Emily says not bad.
I don't know. I mean, like, I drink it. Like, some of those other, like, I'm telling you, that other one I felt like was undrinkable.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
That one I drank. But
Oh, that now B has more of a flavor,
yeah.
but I don't think I like it a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it.
It definitely has more of a flavor, though.
And an aftertaste. There's like an aftertaste on the back of my
Mhm.
palate that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning that I don't really care for the aftertaste of
Yeah.
water.
If
Like,
water has an aftertaste, not great.
yeah.
Like, right, you're trying to, like, hydrate yourself. And so if there's an aftertaste, that feels a little weird.
Well, it just also doesn't feel like you drink water. Like it feels like there's something still in your mouth. Like usually water, it would like
yeah, it, like, coats. I feel like B, like, definitely coats your mouth a little bit more.
maybe even a little salty.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Nope, don't like that. C. Ooh.
Oh.
C is kind of nice. I don't get the aftertaste as much. Stop looking at us.
They're staring at us, and
Yeah.
they keep checking their notes to know which ones we're drinking.
Yeah, which ones we're critiquing. This one to me has a little bit more of a
C
clean-
absolutely has a. To me, C absolutely has a flavor, though.
Yeah, but
I-
it's cleaner than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not as salty. I don't know. There's something different.
Yeah, I would say it's earthier versus like.
It doesn't leave the same aftertaste that the previous one did for me. I don't know. It's not really jumping out though either.
No, none of these are jumping out in the way that some of the other previous ones.
Yeah.
are. I don't like that.
Ooh, yeah, that has
I
that
don't-
same tanniny thing on the sides of my tongue.
I don't
where
like
it-
that D one. I'm on D. I don't like it.
Yeah, D's a no for me, dog. I'm going back to C for a minute.
I'm excited for you to drink E though, because I just drank
Okay.
E
Okay.
and it's interesting. This one,
Oh, D, I do not like.
no, it's weird. Drink E though, right? E is like such a weird. Like I'm like, wait, E tastes like florally almost.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like E has like a very distinct flavor.
I would call it
Grassy.
I'm not picking up those notes.
Oh,
You
okay.
must have a more sophisticated palate than me. To me, it does taste very refreshing though. There's no strong aftertaste. It's not as it doesn't have that earthy mineral-y quality to it. It doesn't seem like it anyway. I don't know. It definitely tastes different though, and I think I prefer it.
I have a very sophisticated palate.
Sister song.
Says me. It's never been tested.
I feel
except
like-
for by myself.
When I drink this water, I imagine it came from a fresh
Mhm.
mountain spring.
No, that's what I'm saying. It tastes like a meadow.
Yeah, yeah. So
To me, it's like florally or like it's like grassy. It tastes like a meadow. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting from the E.
Yep.
I really like that one.
I'm just like, and if this was ice
Racy.
cold, it would be delightful.
Yeah.
Right. So this might be part of the problem too, is that since I don't care for tepid water, it's really
Yeah, we
difficult
purposely went for tepid because we weren't quite sure what the best way to taste this is, but maybe
Right.
we were supposed to chill them. I don't know.
No, I think we get
Okay.
more of the flavor with it
Yeah.
being room temperature for sure. It's just that if I were gonna drink a whole glass of this, I'd want it over ice, or I'd want it to be like super chilled because it's like yeah,
D is.
because it needs to be like it's from a fresh.
I'll have a
cold-
water on the rocks.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Like, or maybe this tastes glacial. I don't know, but it tastes fresh and naturey.
It sounds
Yep.
like you both agree that's your favorite one.
I prefer this one.
The last one?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of you are in agreement?
Would you like to do a best of two?
Yes.
Like your two best ones and do a side by?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what was your least favorite?
I know, that's what
D.
I'm trying to go through.
D
D
was
for you.
I thought it was. Yeah, no, I do not like that. It like has that weird drying effect in the back of my
Yeah,
mouth.
D is weird.
But B is kind of terrible
C is
too.
gross.
C is gross.
Like, I don't know. Like, C, like when I taste C, like taste C again.
Ooh, yeah, that is bad. That's like it's a very strong flavor.
It's
too.
bad.
And it also has the drying thing. I think D is still my least favorite though because of the way it makes my mouth feel.
I don't mind B. A is fine. It just is, not
It's
really
just-
much flavor.
it's just there.
I'd rather drink, I think C. C for me is
Okay.
disgusting.
Okay.
So C is the worst for Emily. What
And
is the worst
D,
for you?
D,
for
I-
you.
yeah, I really don't like it.
Okay. So now you're going to go head to head with
Yeah,
your
E's interesting.
your two
Is that your
favorites,
favorite? E.
Yeah,
Or-
I think E's my favorite only because it's interesting. It tastes like different than the other ones.
right? Did you guys agree on the best one again?
Yes.
And you did that for the first round too.
Yes.
Okay, so cool. So we can do we'll
Do our
you guys
favorite.
to
Okay,
see
we're
what-
gonna pit our favorites against each
So
other.
what,
and then
what was the first round best one?
E. We liked E in
Yeah,
the first round
E.
too.
Our favorites were
It was
both
E
Both
from
E.
both rounds.
I'm just chugging them down.
Yeah.
I mean, I might as well be hydrate myself.
Hydrate.
You know,
Yeah.
it's early in the day when we're doing this.
And our plan is to not leave the Airbnb this weekend. And
Yeah.
I do. I'm going
There's like a bonfire pit. There's cornhole. It's a real cute place, to be honest. It's this little
I
cabin.
want eggs.
we're near the Ohio University.
Yep.
Nice. I like how you. that's
Go
good.
Bobcats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people off. I like that. All right. Empty one.
Okay. So these are our two favorites from round 1 and round 2.
Me too.
Okay.
And we're going to taste them side by side.
Okay.
See which one we like best.
There's no smell.
There's no in case anyone was wondering, I was sniffing it like a wine, maybe like swirling it a bit in this paper cup.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's.
There's
There's
no
no
legs.
vapor. I think E2.
I think so too. I'm like nervous to pick one now though.
I know.
You can have different ones, but
I know,
is
but
it unanimous again?
yeah, I think we both have the same.
Well, we
preference.
both have Fiji bougie preference.
Yeah.
So E2,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Dasani.
Shut up.
No, I'm joking.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
I was about to be like, what the hell?
You're so mean. You're so
Well, you
mean.
talked about how much you like.
E2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
E2?
E2.
Okay, so it was
E2 was just double checking with Bright.
show.
The
The Icelandic glacial.
Okay. Wow.
E2 was our favorite water was the Icelandic glacial. That's
Sorry.
really interesting. Forget this one.
Your
Yeah.
face, your face.
What? Okay.
No.
What was E1?
Yeah,
what was
was
our
E1?
second favorite?
E1 was
The W
the
one.
W water. The one that was filtered through the stone and you said it tasted like grass.
Oh, the other volcanic.
Yes. Interesting.
I'm kind of excited to
So
try
these
this
are the
too.
two
That was fun.
volcanic waters.
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
the top two.
So this is
Yeah.
really interesting because when we were in the side room, I mentioned that the ones that tasted like dirt, I had wondered if they were the ones through the volcanic rock. But what's
No.
actually interesting is that our top two choices were the two volcanic options.
Yeah. So wait, what about our least favorite?
So I made it. It was Dasani. and
Was our-
Life water. It was the two purified waters.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Those were your
Okay.
Yeah.
Our least favorite. So B1, which is the one that I was like, this is disgusting. It's my
Yeah.
least favorite.
And
I
said
wrote
was
it down.
dry.
You said it tasted like
I
dirt.
said it tasted like dirt. And
then for life water,
I'm gonna take a picture of our notes to
Yeah.
prove to you that I wrote least favorite on B1, and it was Dasani. Just want to let you know.
But you're also the note that you said for life water was similar to what you said with
Yeah,
Dasani. You
gross.
said it was like dirt or earthy.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I
sorry,
also
had to
said-
joke.
yeah,
I had to
that's
joke and
li-
say Dasani was your
okay.
favorite. You're
You?
no.
Best faces.
Oh, but wait, but Katie said what was D was Katie's least favorite
Yeah.
on the first round.
D?
That was
Oh,
Frederick's.
the Frederick.
Oh,
Oh, interesting. Okay,
favorites.
so I did not care for the Michigan spring
Yeah.
water.
so this is okay. I feel like this is gratifying in the sense that in a blind taste test of 10 different waters, I specifically said that Dasani tasted like dirt and was my least favorite tasting water.
Yeah.
And I just, proves the point. Proves the point.
Yep.
I had no
So,
idea.
What was in the second round? My other least favorite was also D.
Oh, that was Penta.
Oh, the
Wait,
other
for
purified.
round two?
Purified.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was also purified.
No, well, that one was my least favorite.
That was
Okay.
my least favorite from round 2. Was the other
So
purified
all
water?
of your least favorites were the purified.
Yeah,
All of
yeah.
them. So that's interesting.
So we
That's where
disagreed
you're
on what our least favorite was in round 2. However,
purified.
it was both purified waters.
Yeah, life
What are
water
we-
and
That's fascinating. So yeah, we really were not fans of the purified waters, even in a blind taste
Yeah.
test. So to be honest,
That's
folks,
interesting.
I'd recommend doing some of this sampling for yourself because it actually was kind of enlightening. I was
Yep.
a little bit concerned, like, oh, but maybe I'll like the really purified like water, and clearly we did not. Clearly we did not.
Yep. And I would say too that means also that our kind of bargain brands, the Deer Park and the Ice Mountain, fell somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
We didn't dislike them. We didn't really love them, but they were. I feel good now about my purchase of Ice Mountain when I am looking for a bottle of water on the road, because I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, actually the Ice Mountain and the Deer Park were both of the A's in each round.
Yeah,
And so we both kind of said that the A's were fine.
yeah.
They were
were
nothing
there.
they were nothing special. But I mean,
They weren't offensive tasting.
yeah,
either.
if you want like $1 water,
Mm-mm.
cool.
How's it taste against this?
It's a tap
Is
water.
that-
Yeah, we were going to include that, but we no.
We decided.
Oh, here's the tap water from our
Not
Airbnb.
tonight, but I thought- yeah, no, you got through
So
it.
first of all, it's a little chilled compared to more chilled
Oh.
Yeah, a
compared to
little
the
bit.
so that changes it, but honestly it's fine.
Yeah, it's
I would
also
I would
fine.
equivalent to
A
the Deer
purified
Park.
water?
Yep.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I would say the
You'd like it better than the purified waters, the tap water.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. The
Interesting.
tap water definitely tastes
Okay.
better.
Yeah.
That's fascinating that we both
There you
picked
go.
out the
Yeah,
volcanic ones.
I'm surprised too, because I thought we
I'm
might.
really surprised.
I didn't expect us to have the exact same preference. But
No,
I
I
think that's
didn't
funny.
either. But that is really interesting.
But you definitely had more strong feelings about Dasani than I did.
Oh,
so
I thought it was disgusting.
yeah, I feel like that makes me happy.
Could you tell from our faces that it was?
Shut
Let's
this
wrap
real
up.
quick. So we're gonna do the same thing for our partners, and see how they feel about our water taste test
And see
here.
what their preferences
See what their
are.
preferences are. But to sum up
Yes.
this water
The tasting.
tasting, in round 1,
Your least favorite was Dasani.
Yeah.
And my least favorite was the Frederick's Artesian Spring Water.
right,
The
the
Michigan
Meyer.
Spring Water.
The Meyer
Yep,
brand.
The Meyer brand. Okay.
yeah, and then in round 1, both of our favorite, it was the same,
Was the Waikea water.
and it was the Waikea water.
Yep. Volcanic Hawaiian water. Delicious.
And then in round 2, our least favorites, we had different least favorites again. Mine was the life water.
Yes.
Water. Say it with
The
no vowels.
No vowels.
Water.
Yes.
And Katie's was the Penta.
Right. Both of the purified
Yeah.
waters. And neither of us really liked the Penta, but you really hated the light water and I really hated the Penta.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
And then
But our favorite,
our favorite was the same, and it was the Icelandic.
yep. So another volcanic water.
Another volcanic water. And just for reference, we looked up Fiji water, which I know in the original episode we talked about how we were bougie and we prefer Fiji.
Yes.
And Fiji is also a volcanic
Yep.
water, and it has a similar pH to the Waikea.
Yes.
The Icelandic has a bit of a higher pH, so I'd be curious.
The highest, actually. That
Yeah.
we tasted.
It was 8.4.
Yep.
I'd be curious actually to compare maybe the Icelandic to
A
the
Fiji.
Fiji to see if maybe we would actually prefer the
Yep.
Icelandic. But thought that was interesting that our favorites both rounds were volcanic waters, and that Fiji is also a volcanic water.
Yeah. Yep. So we definitely have a taste preference and
Mhm.
they're actually aligned.
Yeah. For fun, our partners.
Oh, yes.
We did
Yep.
this for them. And they weren't as discerning, I don't think,
Yeah.
as us.
Or chatty.
Or chatty, so we didn't record their reactions. But their favorites in the first round was Evian, And their least favorite in the first round was the Penta again. And then in round 2, their favorites were actually the artesian water from Meyer,
which I did not like, but they both liked.
They both liked that. And then their least favorites were the Life water and the Trader Joe's spring water.
Yep.
But overall, the one that they picked that they liked the best was the Evian.
Yep.
That's so right. We just prefer a volcanic, and I guess they prefer a French Alp mountain water.
Mountains.
Yeah. I mean,
yep. Honorable mention to the Waikia, though, because that was also high on their list. It just wasn't their favorite. So they also enjoyed the volcanic water to be honest, just not purified water.
Yeah. Again, like some of their least favorites were the Penta in the first round, and one of them didn't like the Life water.
Yep.
In the second round, so neither picked up on Dasani. Neither picked up on that.
Yeah, they didn't have quite the visceral reaction that.
I wish we had recorded my face when I tasted the Dasani, because it was pretty obvious.
But yeah, they glossed right over that one. They didn't really notice anything about it. But to be fair, when they did the first round of taste testing, they were just like, well, it all tastes like water. Like, yes, astute observation, but it took a little bit to get some differences out of them.
And what we learned is that Kevin actually said that when he's in an airport, he usually picks up an Evian. And then that ended up being his favorite in the blind, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But yeah, actually it was enlightening. I did have some moments where I'm like, oh shit, maybe I'm actually enjoying this purified water. I don't know.
Yeah, but actually,
because especially some of the waters I was tasting and I was like, well, nothing really stands out on this one. Like it's fine. And so I was thinking that was the purified water.
Too.
But ultimately, actually, the ones that for me didn't really stand out, it was the Deer Park Ice Mountain. It was the Trader Joe's water.
Mm-hmm.
That one was.
Yep, that was also kind of nothing stands out. Like that's one of my notes.
Yeah. And then the ones we liked were the volcanic waters. And then what's interesting is the ones that we specifically called out as not enjoying were for sure the purifieds.
Yeah.
So
purified plus things that they added, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Well, the
Life water adds
Penta removed everything.
Yes.
Penta just everything. Was,
and apparently that makes it taste like dirt.
Yeah. I don't know. That was your least favorite one on the other.
Yeah, it was.
Was that Penta?
I did not like it. Maybe because it doesn't taste natural. I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, so obviously everyone has different tastes.
Yeah.
And so this is not going to be the same for everyone. And I don't want to sit here and say that you're never going to enjoy this Life water. Right. Maybe you will based on your taste buds and whatever. But it was an interesting exercise and just something to consider when you're thinking about purchasing bottled water.
Yep. Agreed.
In general.
Yeah, I think it was really helpful to try them side by side because that really brought out or highlighted the differences. And so I also feel good because now I know it's not just in my head when I'm buying that bottle of Fiji or whatever.
Right. Exactly. It's not a marketing ploy.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely hit the marketing hard, but they can back it up with some taste.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. So yeah, honestly, not as obvious as I anticipated.
Nope. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I really was hoping to love the Midwest Springs water of my home.
Yeah. But gotta go to Iceland, I guess.
But yeah. Yeah. But they were fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
Yeah.
We're going to go enjoy the rest of our weekend together. I'm sure we'll come up with some more topics to be discussing in future episodes.
Yep. Just by natural conversation. Yep. As we do.
We do. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Researching the Obvious. To learn more fun facts about everything that we're researching, follow us on Instagram at Researching the Obvious Pod, all one word. You can also follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you know someone that you think would enjoy listening to all of our findings, please feel free to share or give us a review. Researching the Obvious is written, produced, edited, and hosted by Emily Fekete and Katie Nakanishi. Tune in next time to hear more obvious facts.